And welcome back inside the Crestwood Preparatory Collegiate Gymnasium. Again, JJ Evison here joining you for this OSBA men's quarterfinal between Crestwood Prep, finished the regular season with a 7-6 record, second in the East Division, taking on Lincoln Prep, a 6-7 record, third in the West Division. Winner of this game takes on Ridley College, who topped the West Division with an 11-3 record. They beat Bill Crothers on Tuesday to book their ticket to the OSBA Championship weekend. Prior to the contest, 4 seniors were honored for their performance both on and off the court during their time here at Crestwood. University of Denver commit Canada by way of New Zealand, Ollie Wilson. A big lob threat, a great defender, Lana Agbeliz. A participant in the upcoming All-Canadian Games, Manuk Lok. And the leader of this year's Lions squad, OSBA MVP candidate, Chris Shibola. These two teams squared off only once in the OSBA, with Lincoln Prep taking the victory 88-81. It was a great performance by Chris Shibola, 21 points, 5 boards, and 3 assists, but careless with the ball. 13 total turnovers for Crestwood Prep. On the other side, Lincoln led by 16 from Owen Frayne, and 14, 12, 11, and 20 added from teammates. Matthew Warner had 20 in that contest. We will not see him. Oh, we will see him today. My apologies. I've got some adjustments to the roster for Lincoln Prep. No Alessandro Acosta-Reyes, no Elon Blade, no Luke Legger, and no Lorenzo Aguiling. So a bit of a shorter lineup for Chris Matthews' squad coming from Lincoln Prep. To round out the season, the Huskies had a loss to Houghton Prep, 83-77 on February 14th. A 10-point loss to Ridley on February 19th, and ended their regular season with a 95-87 victory over Polaris. Last game of the regular season, you always want to win that one. It is win or go home from both sides. Starting 5 for the Lions: Miles Dehaney, Chris Shibola, Lana Agbeliz, Manuk Lok, and Ollie Wilson. For Lincoln Prep: Owen Frayne, Dante Tonnery, Matthew Warner, Nate Stoddart, and rounding out the starting 5, Elliot Segi-Keeley. Excited to see the matchup between Stoddart and Lok, two very talented bigs here at the center circle for jump ball. Let's get this quarterfinal underway. Ollie Wilson fighting for it. Miles Dehaney grabs the loose ball, and the Lions have the first possession. Shibola gives it up to Dehaney, looking for Lok on the back cut. He wasn't there. 8 seconds left in the shot clock. Shibola spins around, fades away. That's no good. Rebound, corralled by Frayne. Frayne picked up full court by Dehaney. I was talking to Coach Chris Matthew about Owen Frayne. He's been with him since he was just a kid. Put some work in the summer as Elliot Segi-Keeley hits a 3 on the way down. Frayne put some work in the summer getting a gym membership, working diligently on shaping his body, as Lok answers with a driving 2. And the product of that is his play this season. Averaging 47, 41, and 78% shooting splits, 15 points and over 5 assists per game, as Lok disrupts the half-court offense for the Huskies. First foul on call. Matthew Warner picks up the first foul. A lot of off-ball movement for Tyrone Bramble's squad. Shibola walks into a 3. Wilson goes for the rebound, but knocks it out of bounds. And if you're gonna go under the screen, they're gonna make you pay. Here comes Warner over the timeline, the 6'4" guard, class of 2025. Hands it off to Segi-Keeley. Into the corner, shot is up. A little bit long that time from the corner off the hands of Tonnery. Baseline out of bounds for the Huskies. Owen Frayne to trigger. OSBA Championship weekend this weekend at the Toronto Pan Am Center in Scarborough. Single day passes $20, weekend passes $35. Kids 12 and under, absolutely free. Come check out some great Ontario Prep basketball. We crowned a couple more winners this weekend. The D-League Championships just wrapped up last weekend, as did the Trillium. Dehaney on the dive, throws it up, no good. Rebound snatched from Loke, he puts it back for two. Loke's got a rebound and 4 points to lead Crestwood 4-3 here in the early goings of this quarterfinal action. Warner working on Shibola. Turns the corner, meets Loke, who forces him back outside. Segakili hands it off to Tonnery, finds a lane. Nice patience and a strip from Agbeliz. Dehaney with the inside-out dribble, staying with him step for step was Frayne. Loke, another offensive rebound, make that 2 in a row. Goes for the slam, instead it rolls through. It's all Loke, a steal, an open lane, and a windmill. 8 points, 3 boards, a steal in the first 2 and change for Manu Loke here on senior night. I had a quick conversation with head coach Tyrone Bramble for Crestwood about what he needs to see from his team in the opening 10 minutes of this quarterfinal to let him know that they're here to win and that they want to be part of championship weekend. He said he just needs to see maximum energy and maximum effort. He's not going to care early in this game about mistakes. As long as his players are playing the right way with the uncoachables, energy and effort, that's all he cares about. Lincoln Prep took a quick timeout here. Chris Matthew wants to get a word in with his squad about taking care of the ball and making sure they're all on the same page when it comes to that half-court offense. It will be Huskies ball on their own baseline after the windmill dunk from Loke. As we get the shot clock reset to 24. Tonnery's on the baseline, full court press here from the Lions. Frayne puts it ahead, Tonnery working on Dehaney, kicks it back out. Stoddard sets the screen, then rolls. Swing pass, Segakili into the paint, into traffic, blocked by Agbeliz, but contact on the arm as well. So good swarming defense from the Lions. Segakili brings it into traffic, into a lot of white jerseys, strongly goes up with it, and makes his way to the free throw line. That's what good offensive players do. Find a way to get to the charity stripe. Missing on the second, so all 4 points for the Huskies belong to Segakili. All 8 for the Lions belong to Loke. Here's Dehaney with the handoff. Shibola. Agbeliz right back to Shibola, fighting under the screen, giving him time and space. Under the rack to the corner. Dehaney attacks. Ollie Wilson on the handoff. There's going to be a foul. Nate Stoddard for contact on the arm. And when you're going to dump that pass off, Wilson should just go up right with it instead of putting the rock back to the deck. That's when you get some trouble and steal opportunities. You're a big, you got to go up big, you got to go up strong. Again, Wilson headed to the University of Denver next year. Shibola met by Warner. Good switch, Segakili. Agbee's working on Warner now, into the paint, elevates off the glass. No, there will be contact that time again. So 3 team fouls early in the contest for the Huskies. And Warner gets his second foul, which makes Chris Matthew have to make a decision. And just as I say that, Jumik Achioso heads to the scorer's table to check back in. Achioso coming into the game number 12 in black, won an OSBA championship with Polaris Prep last season, part of the Trillium division. Agbee's at the line. Back iron a little too strong on the first attempt. 6'8" forward, class of 2025, plays his club ball with the DK Dragons. Goes for the split and makes it. Brain stuck in the half court, gets it over the timeline in the nick of time. Guarded closely by Dehaney. Dehaney looking for an all-team defense nod this year. Frayne keeps the dribble alive. The floater, too soft. Deep offensive rebound, Sege Keeley. On the block, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Fading away, baseline. That touch too strong. Dehaney with the defensive rebound. Loke comes away from the flare screen. Dials it from deep. That's a little too strong. Stoddard with the defensive rebound. Here's Frayne traipsing up the right-hand side. Works to the middle of the floor. Splits the defenders. Finds a trailer. Kicked back out. Sege Keeley, time and space. No. Rebound. Stoddard puts it back up through contact and one. So Ben Van Bulk into the game, picks up a foul. As Nate Stoddard's at the line. High motor, big engine Stoddard has. Near a double-double player this season. The 6'10" forward, class of 2025. Misses the three-point opportunity. Agbee's collects the garbage. Dehaney tries to turn the corner, runs into his own player. Under the basket, gets a couple of bounces, and that goes through. The Huskies looking for something in transition on the fast break there. There was nothing, so they pull it back out. Sege Keeley has it at the top. Gives it up to Frayne. From the parking lot, flush. Here's Shibola working on the near side. Bulk fighting for position with Stoddard. And Stoddard gonna be called for the foul. And he's in foul trouble. So Matt Warner with 2. Nate Stoddard with 2, and now Chris Matthew really has to make some decisions about who he's going to put in the game, and here comes Atok Maker, apologies. Maker in for Lincoln Prep, Colton Crowdis in for Crestwood. Crowdis to trigger. 11-9 home team, 4:48 left in the first quarter. Ben Van Bulk catches it, one dribble. The fadeaway hook is good for Van Bulk. Crowdis on the assist. A flurry of movements gets Frayne open on the perimeter. Shibola gets back in time. Crowdis with the steal. It's a 2-on-1. He's got Loke. He's going to throw it up. Loke off the backboard and through. 2 assists in a matter of seconds for Crowdis. 10 points, 3 boards for Loke. Maker working on the right. Gets by Dehaney. Gives it right to Loke. And Loke's out on the run again. He's got Agbee's for the lob. Just a little too strong. Agbee's collects his own rebound. Goes up, but is blocked at the top. And now on the fast break, the Huskies. Frayne to make the decision. Pulls up from just inside the free throw line. That rattles out. Crowdis with the handoff. Shibola spins into the lane, kicks it. Another pass, Agbelis thought about it. Instead, drives downhill, knocked loose. Fouled on the second chance from Achioso, and Agbelis to the line. Lana Agbelis, 3 of 5 from the field in the last meeting between these two sides. The 88-81 victory in favor of Lincoln Prep. 1 3-point made. 4 for 4 from the charity stripe for 11 points to go with 5 boards and a steal. This is the first. In case you missed it earlier, the Crestwood Prep women's squad ran Lincoln Prep out of the gym in their quarterfinal action, so they'll take on Royal Crown this upcoming weekend as Agbelis hits the second of 2. Crestwood Prep, Royal Crown, they'll take on each other Saturday afternoon in semifinal action from the Toronto Pan Am Center. Frayne from deep, no. Uraz fighting for the rebound. Instead, he's called for the foul, elbow to the face of Achioso. 13th foul for Crestwood. They've got one more to give. Frayne to trigger on the baseline. Gets it in quick. Segi Keeley picks up the dribble. Maker working at the top. Fakes it. Got to kick it back out. Segi Keeley into the paint. Maker from deep. Back iron. Frayne above everybody for the rebound. Spinning in the lane. Floater's good. Owen Frayne, the rebound, and the 2. Crestwood up 5. 2:45 left in the opening 10. Shibola at the top. Crowdis. Ill-advised steal from Maker. Eric Peck from the corner. No. Rebounded. Segi Keeley. Owen Frayne has really built himself a name in the OSBA and the NPA this season. Great decision maker, good ball handler. Maker thought about it. Peck gives him some space. Handed off to Achioso. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Fading. That's a tough shot. Good defense by Sammy Uraz. It's a play on. Uraz ahead of the pack. Off the glass, through contact. That's not going to fall. Segi Keeley picks up his first, the team's 6th, and Uraz heads to the line. Had the pleasure of watching Sammy Uraz compete last summer at the Canadian National Championships for Team Ontario. Won gold with the 17U team under his current head coach Tyrone Bramble. He's a 3-and-D type guy, and is number 14 on the Canada Top Hoopers senior rankings. And it's a split trip to the line for Uraz, who gets his first points of the game. Frayne takes the handoff, gives it to Maker, working on Dehaney. Between the legs, into the lane, looking for a back cut on Segi Keeley. Last touch by the Lions. 7 seconds on the shot clock. 1:50 left in the opening 10, and a substitution for Chris Matthews' squad. Oren Niles checks in, and Owen Frayne will catch a breather. Niles gets it in. Segi Keeley at the top, working downhill through traffic. One too many steps. Packed the bag on a Euro vacation. Turnover. Lions ball. No time to waste. Colton Crowdis with the change of pace. Loke wants it at the top. Whips it to the cross side. AP back up to Uraz. Uraz sees Loke flashing. Loke takes on 2 black jerseys, and that's an ill-advised decision. That doesn't go. Maker kicks it over to the corner. 3 is up. That rattles out into the hands of Loke. Tonnery trying to get going here in the opening frame is 0 for 3. Crowd is hounded near the timeline. Dehaney finds Loke on the streak. Loke absolutely could have thrown that down instead. Just lightly puts it up off the glass for another two. 12 points in the opening 10 minutes so far for Loke. We're counting still. And Dehaney has an assist. 8-second violation. Just careless with the ball was Maker. Late in the quarter, stuck 8. And that's the type of turnover Chris Matthew is dealing with on his squad. It's going to be a long night if that's the way this Huskies team continues to play. Crowdis into Loke. Loke, lob over top. Van Bulk off his knee and out of bounds. Butter fingers from Van Bulk. Colton Crowdis with a hand in the passing lane, has one to beat. Patience off the backboard. Couple of steals for Crowdis, a rebound and 2 assists to go with 2 points for the 3-category player. Looks like Crestwood's okay with allowing Maker to get some openness from beyond the arc. Achioso picks it up. Oren Niles drains it, but it's a 2, a long 2. Dehaney had the ball knocked away from him from behind. Good effort from Niles after draining the 2 to cause some disruption. Nothing easy here for Crestwood with the final 9.4 left. It's an 8-point lead. Loke tries to turn the corner. Dumps it off to Van Bulk with the baby hook. No. Oren Niles ahead. Tonnery at the end of the shot clock. It's not going to count. And after 10 minutes played, Crestwood have the lead, 21-13. We'll step aside for the first quarter break. We'll be right back with second quarter action after this. 10 more minutes till half. Lincoln Prep, the Huskies handcuffed by a couple players having 2 personal fouls. Nate Stoddard out with 2 and Matt Warner also with 2. Manuk Loke, 12 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal in the first 10 minutes. Crowdis off the bench in a handful of minutes, 2 points, a rebound, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Uraz hounding defense, staying step for step with Segiakili. Here's Owen Frayne looking for a teammate. It's on the near side. That's Chioso. Late in the shot clock. Tonnery into the paint. That's going to be a travel, dragging that back foot. Owen Frayne in the first quarter for Lincoln Prep. 5 points, a rebound, and an assist to lead his team, who trail by 8. Winner of this take on Ridley College on Saturday evening at the Toronto Pan Am Center. Loke down the lane, gets his own rebound, throws it down for 2. The MO for the Huskies has got to be stop Loke. Crowdis, his 3rd steal of the game, keeps his feet inbounds. Behind the back, goes the whole way himself, through contact and one. If only every team had a bench player like Colton Crowdis. The Swiss Army knife point guard off the bench that you can use at your disposal. Huskies now in a half-court set. Frayne has it at the top. Picked up by Crowdis. Working around Loke. Loke stays with him. Stoddard back into the game. One dribble three, bottom. 5 points and a rebound now for Stoddard, who was handcuffed for minutes due to his 2 fouls in the opening frame. Little zone defense here from the Huskies. Communication is going to need to be key. Loke high off the glass and over Stoddard. 16 points, 5 boards for Loke as Segekili traipses down the right-hand side. And Crowdis hits the deck. And there's a tech, then Bulk getting chatty with the officials. Frayne will take the technical free throw. And after all is said and done, Frayne has it on the baseline. Husky ball. Segekili, nice move to the basket, a little too strong. Uraz fighting for the rebound and comes away with it. Dehaney has it on the near side. Crowdis takes, whip pass. Uraz, feet set, three. That's off the back of the iron into the hands of Stoddard. Dehaney steals it, gives it up to Loke, who throws it down. Miles Dehaney on the assist. Loke, 18 points, and we've got 27 minutes and 40 seconds left of action here from Crestwood Prep's quarterfinal game against Lincoln. Uraz draws the block. I was going to say draws the chart. I thought his feet were set. I spoke too early. Official calls the block, and Frayne heads back to the line. I think I'm still riding the high off that Loke throwdown, to be honest with you folks. Feels like every time he's got the ball below the free throw line, he's going to rip the rim right off the backboard. Owen Frayne, one of those guys who defines himself as different because of his character both on and off the floor. And this Lincoln Prep really follow his lead. Makes both. 12-point lead now for Crestwood. They've expanded that 8-point lead they had after the first quarter. Flurry of changes sees Ollie Wilson back into the game, and Eric Peck, who we'll call AP for the remainder of this broadcast, number 4 in white. Shabola at the top. Ollie Wilson gives it up to Loke. Loke guarded closely by Segekili. Now uses his size to get into the paint. Over 2, no. Rebound, Loke kicks it out. AP dials it from deep. Back iron, Loke fighting for the rebound again and gets it again. Stripped from Frayne as he put the rock to the deck. And if you're big, you gotta keep it high. Again, you put the rock to the deck down low under the basket, it's gonna get stolen. Maker, around a pair, doesn't get the rebound, doesn't get the backboard to go. Rebound, Segekili, and a putback for 2. Shabola over the timeline, downhill, draws in 5 black jerseys. Crowdis. And now Ollie Wilson going to be called for the foul. Nate Stoddard absolutely battling and keeping cooler heads against both Ben Van Bulk and Ollie Wilson. Lana Agbeliz checks back into the game. as Urez goes to the bench. Maker, the give and go. Plays through contact, and we're going to play on. Crowdis accepts the pass ahead. Takes it into traffic. Ollie Wilson can't secure the rebound. It falls to the hands of Crowdis. Push back towards the timeline. Downhill, into the corner. AP fakes a shot, shuffles the feet. Turnover. Husky ball. 6 minutes, 14 seconds left to the half, 10-point lead for the Lions. The Huskies have been coming on as of late. Stoddard gets a turn, and again, Uraz gets into the lane. This time he gets the call. Comes up, grabbing his back. And Stoddard gets his third foul. You can hear the coaching staff for Crestwood telling his team to attack Stoddard, knowing he has 3 fouls. Here's Dehaney. The flare screen doesn't work to get Uraz open, so Dehaney maintains the dribble. Works around a couple, fakes it in, kicks it out. AP, one-touch pass. Uraz fakes the 3 into the lane. Now it's Dehaney into the corner. Too long. Shot clock violation as Agbelis caught it on the far side, couldn't put it back up in time. Good ball movement and good player movement there for the Lions on that offensive possession. You don't get the result that you want, but you got to be happy with the way the players are playing together if you're Coach Tyrone Bramble. Segakili hands it off to Frame. Gets it back at the top side, guarded by Agbelis, into the paint, kicks to the corner, Maker for 3. Strong, Uraz collects the rebound. Ahead above everybody else is Agbelis, two-handed jam. Maker, another 3 attempt. That time he tickles the twine and gets it to go. Shabola, one-hand pass, and quick decision from Uraz to get it to Agbelis down low, but Achioso was there to deflect it out of bounds. Peck will check out as Loke checks back in. If you got a player like Manuk Loke, you can't keep him on your bench for long. He's way too important to widening this gap here in the second quarter, trying to book their ticket to the championship weekend. The only time these two teams met in the OSBA regular season, Loke had 4 points to go with 4 boards, 2 assists, and a pair of turnovers. Only shot 8 field goal attempts in that game. It was heavy on the guard play. But he said he wants control of this game. What an inbound play. Loke with the assist. Shabola with the finish. Segakili keeps and is forced to take it back outside the perimeter. Working on Dehaney, nothing's there. Bobbled, still in the paint. Keeps with the right hand, no finish. Agbelis with the rebound. Out in transition, Loke up top. 20 points for Loke. Credit the assist, Agbelis. Achioso keeps. Loke interrupts that play. Tonnery, the bounce pass, Shabola, steal. Loke gets it, dishes it off. So it was Dehaney to Loke, and now Loke to Dehaney. And another timeout here for the Huskies, who find themselves stuck 15 with under 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter. And do they have an answer for Manuk Loke? He's 2 rebounds away from a double-double, and we've got plenty of time left in the opening half. Loke will head to the All-Canadian Games later in this year. Comes to Canada via Australia, and Tyrone Bramble thanked him for the confidence that he had in Crestwood to get him ready for the next level, and it's showing here on the court today. Averaging 2.5 steals per game, tied for 7th in the OSBA, and just a shade under 2 blocks per game, 5th in the OSBA. 6'9" forward, class of 2025. The future is bright for Loke. You got to credit the Huskies for being more disciplined in this second quarter. Only 2 team fouls. They're up to 7 in that first quarter. So defending much better. They just can't find a way to get the basketball through the hoop consistently enough. Warner back into the game now for the Huskies. Frayne has it, picked up by Dehaney. Naker pushed near the timeline. Frayne, a deep 3. No. Agbeliz another rebound. Traipsing down the middle of the court. No one's gonna stop you. You take it to the rack. Gets his own rebound, goes back up and off the glass for 2. Kids, if you're carrying the ball up the court on a fast break and no one comes to meet you, keep on going, because good things will happen. Segi Keeley to Tonnery. Far side now. Warner puts the moves on Agbeliz. Agbeliz comes away with the strip. Keeps the dribble alive. The lob to Loke. And Loke is absolutely a lob threat. You can't lose him in transition. It was effectively a 2-on-3 there, and still Crestwood came away with 2 points. Frayne keeps the dribble alive, kicks it to the corner. Tonnery, time and space. Tickles the twine and drains a 3. Is that a long 2, my apologies. Is that exactly what the Huskies need, to see one go through, to get some more confidence on the offensive side? Shibola, the bounce pass, last touch by the Huskies. Timeout, Crestwood, 2:28 left in the opening half. We'll step aside for a quick break and be right back with more action here from Crestwood Prep and the OSBA men's quarterfinal. Shibola on the baseline to trigger Crestwood Prep ball. And he gives it away right to Frayne. You drop a play and that's how it's executed. Can't be happy as the head coach there. Maker for 3. And you see Coach Tyrone Bramble. He's got to shrug that one off. Still got quite the lead. But that's not how you expect your team to play coming out of a timeout that you called. Agbeliz dancing with it. The floater no good, gets his own rebound again. And the Huskies just can't rebound defensively. Agbeliz will go to the line. And Elliot Segekili will take the foul. And you see Owen Frayne getting his team together, continuing to talk about what head coach Chris Matthew just said to them in the huddle, pushing them in the right direction. Plenty of game left. Agbeliz gets the first to go. Another perfect trip from the line for Agbeles. Frayne picked up full court by Dehaney, who's going to stay with him stride for stride. Maker tries to put the moves on Loke and does. He gets to the rack for 2. Pressure now from the Huskies. Loke gives it right to Frayne, trying to save it. Frayne takes Shibola to the rack. This is exactly how you want your team to close out a quarter if you're Chris Matthew. Turning defense into offense. Uraz wants the one-on-one matchup with Frayne here. Frayne staying with him. The floater no good. Rebound falls into the hands of Warner. Warner on the bounce pass. Maker just drained one from there. So he'll take another and drain another. It's a 9-point game. Favor of the home team. Shibola into the front court, picked up by Frayne. Gets the step with the pump fake. Tough finish for Chris Shibola. Maker fakes a 3. Tries to put his defender on skates. Agbeles not falling for it. The step back 3. Maker, no. Rebound, Shibola. Going for the steal. Doesn't come away with it. Uraz gets it and gives it right back. Pick and roll with Loke. Shibola fakes, gets to the lane, through contact. That's not going to go, but 2 free throws upcoming for Chris Shibola. The first is good for Shibola. He's got 5 points to go with a rebound and an assist in this contest. 10 team assists for Crestwood. And Shibola makes the second. No difference between the game clock and the shot clock as the Huskies have it in the front court. Tonnery gives it up to Segekili. Segekili tries to move downhill. He is grabbed by Shibola. Plenty of fouls to give for the Lions. They've got one more with 7.5 left. Side out, Frayne to trigger. Plenty of time to get it in and get into some action. Crestwood up 13. Oren Niles gives it right back to Frayne. 4 seconds left in the half. Frayne. Floater from the elbow is good. He deked through Uraz and Dehaney. Got a nice little look at a floater and ends the half with 11 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. 48-37, an 11-point lead for the home team. Plenty of action left from this OSBA men's quarterfinal. Winner takes on Ridley College this weekend at Championship Weekend. We'll step aside for the halftime and be back with 20 more minutes of action here from the Crestwood Preparatory College Gymnasium. Second half action about to get underway here from Crestwood Prep, the OSBA men's quarterfinal game. Win and move on, lose, and your season is over. Winners taking on the Ridley College Tigers on Saturday at the Toronto Pan Am Center. Crestwood worked their 8-point lead after the first quarter into an 11-point lead at the half, and it was Manuk Lok just getting too many easy looks at the rim with lobs and offensive rebound, second chance opportunity. Crestwood's defense had great communication, switching on the perimeter and forcing the Huskies outside of that three-point line. For Lincoln Prep, Owen Frayne had 11 points, 2 boards, and an assist. He needs to look for more shots of his own here in the second half to get his team back in the game. And on defense, the Huskies got to stop gambling, as we see a nice entry pass and missed opportunity from Lok. Huskies got to stop gambling for steals on the defensive side, leaving their team vulnerable on the odd man rush. Here's Frayne, working baseline, not much room to move, gets it up top. Tonnery for 3. It's a deep 2, my apologies. Regardless, Tonnery's back on the board. So Lincoln Prep come up with a stop and then get 2. Dehaney into the lane. The floater is pure. Dehaney going for the steal. Picks up Frayne. Frayne gets around him, keeps the dribble alive, kicks it back out to the top. The shot, not there. Tonnery, corner 3, bottom. Good look and good find by Sege Keeley. Shibola's got Uraz to the left. Uraz finds a flashing Lok, gets to the rim, but leaves it short. Tonnery snatches it above everybody. It's a 3-on-2. It's a kick out. Near side, Stoddart to Tonnery, just drained it from there. Working on Agbeliz, but instead gives it up. He's got time and space, not going to shoot it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Downhill is Warner, fading away. No. Rebound. Knocked into the hands of Dehaney. Uraz puts a shoulder into his defender, and the foul's going to be called. Count the basket. Going to the free throw line is Uraz. Foul's called on Tonnery. Uraz, another one of those gold medalists from the summer for Team Ontario. Makes the old-fashioned three-point play. Full court press now. Frayne able to accept the pass. And Dehaney's been on Frayne, stuck to him like glue the entire game, making Frayne's life hard. He hands him off to Shibola now. Far side, Frayne gets it back, working on Shibola with the up fake. Backing him down, into the lane. Foul on Lana Agbeliz. Elliot Segekili would go to the line for a look at 2. Agbeliz's second foul. Segekili misses the first. He can score in bunches. He can rebound as well. 21 points, 10 boards, and 3 assists against William Academy, who were bounced by Houghton Prep earlier this week as he misses both. That game coming back on December 5th of last year. Shibola finds a flashing Agbeliz, takes it strong, blocked at the top. Rebounded by Segekili. Makes a one move, finds the roller, knocked loose by Lok. Lok traipsing down the court, just the long strides, gets to the basket, adds 2 to his total. He's got 24. 24 of Crestwood's 55. Crowdis tasked with guarding Segekili. Spin move into the lane and 1. Segekili back to the free throw line. Crowdis picks up the foul. That one goes for Segekili. Old-fashioned three-point play. He's got 9 points, 4 boards, and a pair of assists. 7:10 left in the third quarter. Shibola gives it to Agbelis. Crowdis on the far side. Dehaney now, extra pass Shibola, way too much time and space. It's shooting practice for Chris Shibola here on senior night. Dante Tonnery turns the corner. Loke stays with him. Stoddard, spin move in the lane, off glass. Again, Agbelis flashes near the timeline, or free throw line, I should say, and gets the left-handed finish off the glass. Lana Agbelis, 10 points in the contest now. We credit Dehaney with the assist there. We absolutely will. Frayne has to keep it in. Picked up by Agbelis. Handoff, Tonnery. Tries to turn the corner. Shibola's there. Back cut into the corner. Frayne for three. Bottom. It's a 10-point game. Back and forth here in the third quarter of this winner-go-home quarterfinal action. Crestwood ahead. Step back three. Dehaney flush. Here's Frayne working on 4 white jerseys. Gets to the rack. Rebound into the hands of Dehaney as Frayne left it short. One-touch pass. Crowdis. Shibola works into the paint. Kicks it back out to Dehaney. Going to do the same. Crowdis over to Shibola. Someone's got to take the shot. It's Shibola in the lane off glass for two. Crestwood lead up to 15. Matthew Warner gives it into Tonnery. Good defense here from Crestwood in the last few minutes. Creates a turnover. They're able to have the opportunity to extend their lead, which currently sits at 15, largest of the game. At every turn, Chris Matthew has had his team have an answer. Do they have what it takes to get this lead down to single digits by the fourth quarter? Miles Dehaney left alone from three. No. Frayne dribbles it out of bounds as he and Crowdis fought for position. And it will be Crestwood out of bounds. Baseline, Crowdis to trigger 14 on the shot clock. Rip screen set, Dehaney has it. Looking for Van Bulk on the roll, he's there. Catch it high, keep it high, and lays it in. Van Bulk for two. Talk Maker, looking for some help. Gives it up, uses the screen. Nice move, Sega Keeley with the scoop shot, no good. Here's Shibola, has Eric Peck traipsing down the middle of the court. Through contact, off the glass. Shibola with the assist. Peck with two, and the opportunity for a third. Kind of saw this one coming. Lincoln Prep calls a timeout, got to talk things over, and it looks like Nate Stoddard, with 3 fouls to his name, is getting set to check back into the game to bring some stability to the interior defense of this Husky squad. It's not quite out of reach yet, but the Huskies need to make some better decisions offensively. That last possession, Sega Keeley wasn't expecting the ball, and yet it came to him when his head was turned. But the Lions have been absolutely stellar here in the third quarter. They've got 21 points already with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left before we move on to the fourth and final quarter in regulation time. Again, thanks for tuning in on OSBA TV on YouTube. I'm JJ Evison, riding solo for this doubleheader today as we inch closer to the OSBA Championship weekend this weekend at the Toronto Pan Am Center. Single day tickets $20, weekend pass $35, kids 12 and under absolutely free. Beck misses. Tonnery with the rebound. Maker on the far side. Ignores the screen, spins into the lane, kicks it out. Frame into the corner. Tonnery gonna bring it back down. Turnover. Dehaney had a lane. Frame has to take the foul. Officials are discussing. They're calling that a clear path foul, as it looked like Miles Dehaney had turned the corner and had an open lane to the basket. So to the free throw line is Dehaney, and that's absolutely not the way you want to execute a play after a called timeout. Crestwood had one earlier in the game where they turned it over that led to an open three from Maker. Now it's Dehaney at the line with a chance to extend this lead to 21. And he does. You see there, the center of your screen, number 1 in black, Nate Stoddard, clapping his hands, trying to bring the energy to the court, asking his teammates to get to work, understanding that a 21-point deficit with 14 minutes and 12 seconds in regulation isn't insurmountable. Might take something majestic, but things like that happen. Dehaney gives it up to Crowdis. Crowdis now working on Maker. Shibola wants it. Shibola takes it, bounce past Crowdis into the lane, knocked loose, gets his own ball, and that's a shot clock violation as the shot clock had reset to 14 seconds on the side out. Claps coming from up and down the bench of the Huskies. Good defensive possession there. Can they parlay that into something good offensively? A change of speed here. Oren Niles, the handoff, Maker, 3. That rims in and out. Crowdis with the rebound. Dehaney in the corner, fake the shot, attacks, kicks it out. Shibola to AP. AP down on the block. Van Bulk double teamed, kicks it out. Extra pass. Good defense there by the Huskies. Owen Frame getting out to the perimeter. 7 seconds. The floater, no good. Rebound, Achioso. So back-to-back stops for the Huskies. Unable to convert on the first offensive possession after the first one. Maker finds a lane, takes it up big, lays it in with the left, it pops out. That was about 3/4 of the way down. AP 1-2 step, tries to use the glass, no. Fighting above everybody was Shibola for the rebound. I think everybody was in disbelief that that didn't go down for Maker. Then Bulk, one dribble to the rack. Niles gives it up to Stoddard. Foul on the floor. And Van Bulk's going to get called for another. Owen Frame to bring it in. Maker picked up by Loke. Stoddard wants it. Working on Van Bulk, uses his body. Finds the cutter, blocked at the top, and rebounded by Agbeliz. AP over the timeline, slowing it down for Shibola. Shibola with the stutter step into the lane. Fading away, no good. Snatching that was Maker. Maker from the elbow. Doesn't get the roll. Agbeliz a second defensive rebound in the matter of 30 seconds. Agbeliz trying to take it the whole way. There is a foul on the floor. It's going to go on Frame. A couple of good defensive possessions here for the Huskies. They've just not been able to turn it on the offensive side and get back in this. Stuck at 50 still. Only 13 points in the third quarter. We're under 2 minutes left before we move to the fourth. Cibola picks up the dribble, able to get it back from Agbeliz, moves downhill, spills into the lane. AP, stolen by Maker. Maker's got a lane. AP, Maker with the Euro, off the glass and through. AP thought perhaps he was going to pick up the pace and go for the jam. Maker slowed it down, went on a tiny vacation. The Euro step gets to the line for the and one opportunity. And Maker makes the three the old-fashioned way. He's up to 11 points in the contest now. Full court press from the Huskies. Uraz goes into contact. Stoddard was moving forward, was standing tall, up and down vertical, but was moving his body forward into the path of Uraz, who will now go to the line for two. A little bit of the pace of the game taken out by the amount of fouls here in the third quarter late. Both teams in the bonus. Uraz misses the first as that rattles off the back iron, front iron, and out of bounds. The second does the same, rebounded by Niles. Here's Matt Warner over the timeline. The side clears out. He gives it down on the block. Working into traffic. Maker wants it, gets Agbeliz to jump. That's a three. Over the backboard. Stays alive. Everybody thought the play was dead because it went over the backboard, but it didn't touch the stanchion. Crowdis down to Agbeliz. Agbeliz uses his body to get in the lane, stripped by Maker, and saved on the baseline. In transition, Achioso waits for a teammate. Segakili through contact off the backboard. That's not going to fall, but Elliot Segakili will go to the line. And Crowdis called for his second foul. It's a 20-point lead, 48.6 left in the third quarter. Segakili drains the first. That puts him into double-digit scoring. So 3 players in double-digit scoring for the Huskies. Uraz collects the rebound on the second missed free throw. It's going to be Owen Frame, Elliot Segakili, and Atak Maker. Loke wants it on the block, gets it. Works into the paint, elevates through contact. In the protected area, reaching forward was Matt Warner. And Maker gets called for a tech. He was trying to get the official to explain to him what's going on. Use some foul language, and that's enough in this league to get teed up. You got to put your team first, and understanding that putting Chris Cibola at the free throw line is not helpful is priority number one. And Cibola adds 1 to the lead for Crestwood, back up to 20 now, with 2 more free throws upcoming here for Manuk Loke. High arcing one, rims around and out from Loke. Credit Colton Crowdis for knocking that one loose. Miscommunication. Uraz slides to the left, nothing called. Loke collects the rebound. He's one rebound shy of a double-double now. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Shibola dances over the timeline, picked up by Niles. Shibola has Loke to his left, keeps it himself, and gets the scoop score. He's got 13 in the contest. Crowdis tried to steal the inbound pass, but steps out of bounds right in front of the Huskies bench. 3.1 left in the quarter. Do we have a half-court heave? Maker accepts it, dribbles it into the front court. One-legged three, that's not gonna go. 76-55, 21-point lead here for Crestwood. They led by 8 after the first quarter, 11 after the second, and won that third quarter by 10 points. We'll step aside and bring you fourth quarter action here in the OSBA men's quarterfinals shortly after this. Ten minutes on the clock. We've got at least that left to play. Should this thing go to overtime, we'll add more. I was having a quick word with Coach Tyrone Bramble before tip-off. He was cleansing the gym of energy, burning some sage. A couple of years ago, Crestwood were in this very position against Lincoln Prep in a win-or-go-home scenario, and they lost that game. They lost on their home court against Lincoln Prep this season in the OBA as Stoddard takes it strong and gets 2. So anything and everything he can do, he said, to make sure that they book their ticket to the championship weekend. Belize short on the two-handed jam, but it rims around and goes in. Trains and Maker, the handoff. Segekili over the top to Stoddard, picked up by Uraz. Stoddard just pulls it. That rims around and out and into the hands of Crowdis. It's a 5-on-4. Up top, Belize makes up for the missed dunk on the last one with an alley-oop from Shibola that time. How many lob threats can one team have? Segekili turns the corner, kicks it back out. Maker at the top, picked up by Shibola. Dances with it, is left alone now, has Loke with him. Turns into the lane, fading away. Nice touch. Maker with the strip. Another Euro, left hand off the glass. Can't get cute with it. Maker playing great defense. Called for the contact, going for another strip. And again, we talked about it. Gambling for steals leaves your team vulnerable. Stuck 19, 8.5 in the game. Plenty of time left. Don't need the extra possessions. Trust your defense to get the job done. And then take your time in the offensive half court. Get good looks. That's how you live with the game. Crowdis looks for an opening. Loke downhill. Into traffic, gets his own rebound, and there's the double-double, folks. Manuk Loke, 24 points, 10 boards, a couple of helpers, and a couple of steals. 80 points in the game for Crestwood, 61 for the Huskies. Continually widening the gap has been the key to success. Loke accepts the inbound bounce pass and puts it through for another 2. Owen Frayne gives it up. Seiki Keeley. Frayne gets it back on the far side, picked up by Crowdis. Tries to get some separation, blocked by Agbeles, but Frayne will head to the line. Foul's gonna go on Crowdis. It's his 3rd. It's a perfect trip for Frayne. He's got 15 points in the game now. Crowdis, hounded by Stoddart, jump step through. Agbeles, so the deep 2, but he finds the bottom. Here's Maker. Tries to put a flurry of moves on Crowdis. Crowdis stays with him. Maker with the dump off. Stoddart off glass. Nate Stoddart, the 6'10", class of 2025. Miles Dehaney takes it, and guess who's cleaning up the glass? Down, grabbing his leg, was Nate Stoddart. What a finish from Lana Agbeles. They call him Mr. Clean. I'm hoping it's just a cramp there for Stoddart, who's getting some work done. As the lead stays at 21 for Crestwood. Talk about showing up and showing out on senior night. Lana Agbeles, Manuk Loke absolutely doing that. Chris Shibola having a game himself. And Ollie Wilson. Haven't seen much of him in the second half here. Haven't seen much of him or Ben Van Bulk. The majority of the big minutes going to Manuk Loke and Lana Agbeles. Stoddart up and headed to the bench. He'll probably have to check out, given that stoppage of play was a result of him being on the court, appearing injured. Everybody trying to soak up as much sweat off the floor as possible. You hear the sneakers here in the gym. Everybody from both teams putting in work. More full court press here for the Lions as we approach the 7-minute mark of the 4th quarter. Maker gets it, working on Haney. Dehaney gets the strip ahead to Crowdis. Crowdis had to turn around to try and catch that one. Loke wants it on Frayne. Dump off, Dehaney, floater, no, rebound, Achioso. Foul on Agbeles, his 3rd. Dante Tonnery checks back in as Oren Niles heads to the bench. And Dante Tonnery checks right back out. Matthew Warner back into the game. Seiki Keeley takes it strong, gets his own rebound. Second chance opportunity's good. Miles Dehaney dances over the timeline, dumps it off to Crowdis, who kicks it out to Agbeles. He'll work baseline, poked away. Good defensive possession. Maker over the timeline now with it. Working on Loke behind the back. Had the pass to Seiki Keeley, who was not expecting it. You hear head coach Chris Matthew on the sideline saying, you gotta be ready, you gotta be ready. Some players who play like that, I've played with players like that, where if you're not paying attention, that ball's coming to you either way and you're not ready for it, it's a turnover. Crowdis with a long step off the backboard and through. Colton Crowdis has been a breath of fresh air for this Crestwood squad off the bench. Sat out some games this season with an ankle injury. Looks to be tip-top shape heading into OSBA Championship weekend. Matthew Warner guarded well by Dehaney, and then Dehaney reached in over the top, stayed with him step for step, had his body where it needed to be. Didn't need to reach. One more foul to give for the Lions, 3 more for the Huskies. Frame works back to the middle, kicks it to the corner. Maker into the paint, turns around, fading away over Shibola. No. Rebound fought for, last touched by AP in white, so Husky ball, baseline out of bounds, 88-67, 5:23 left in the fourth quarter. Quick inbound pass, one dribble, up and off the backboard, no good for Segekili. Ahead, AP bobbles it, but gets it to go anyway. Owen Frame shakes off the double, dribbles it into the corner, kicks it up for Maker, extra pass to the corner's up. Matthew Warner, no. Shibola with the rebound, Warner with the steal. Maker has it. It's a 4-on-2. Owen Frame, feet set, shot is up, back iron into the hands of Crowdis. Uraz, time and space, back iron. No one's there but Miles Dehaney, who dribbles it out of bounds. 90 points in the contest with 4:36 remaining. And Crestwood had the opportunity to really put this one out of reach as we get a timeout on the floor. Sort of feels like the next few possessions offensively for the Huskies are going to be need 3 situations. Open looks at 3 and then stops on the defensive side. Frame shakes past Dehaney into the lane, gets to the rack but fouled by Shibola. Frame to the free throw line. So the clock stops, it's a look at 2. The shiftiness of Owen Frame has been on display all game. Good decision making, looking for his own shot here late in the game. He's got 16 points now. Another perfect trip to the line for number 0 in black, Owen Frame. 6-foot guard, class of 2025. The press. Meant to create a turnover, but Miles Dehaney calmly brings it over the timeline, slows up, changes pace, gives it up to Crowdis. A little tween pullback from Crowdis, spinning into the lane, keeps. That's no good. Can't get his own rebound, and it's Dante Tonnery into the front court, elevating through contact for 2. So a defensive stop leads to 2 points. If you get Preston Osborne into the game. Another turnover. Maker into the front court. Gets it to Tonnery. Gives it up. Brain for 3. Bottom. And that causes Tyrone Bramble to call a timeout. 16-point lead, 3:38. Kind of feels like there might be some magic in this gymnasium. Those are the type of possessions that really, really put some oomph in your team, right? You have 2 possessions like that, and it makes you believe that you can play like that the rest of the game. Got to stay disciplined, can't foul. And if you're Crestwood, you've got to put your best 5 on the floor, take your time, make the right decisions, find the open man, get into the paint, try and get back to the free throw line. And it will be Shibola, Dehaney, Crowdis, Agbeliz, and Loke for the home team. And that one out of bounds just under the hand of Loke, who couldn't corral it. Thought maybe it went off the foot of Matt Warner as well. Crane with the give and go with Maker. Behind the back, into the paint. Shooters in the corner. Shot is up. Back iron, no. Crowdis with the rebound. Looking for a turnover here. There's 3 on the ball. Bailed out by a foul call. That's a tough call in that scenario. Matt Warner picks up his 4th foul. Shot clock is set to 24. .319 left. Here's Dehaney on the near side, picked up by Frame. Crowdis now in front of the Husky bench. Moves downhill. Nice spin move. Keeps it out of the reach of Oren Niles. And my Lord, Colton Crowdis is here to play. Frame down the hill with the left hand, yes. Loke catches it, picked up by Tonnery. Dribbles into the paint, foul called on the floor. Shooting 2. I guess they're gonna call that in the act. So Loke's at the line for a look at 2. As they say, he was in the upward shooting motion. And a whole crowd cheers, ball don't lie on the miss. Heard that before. Loke makes good on the second, bringing his total to 27 in the contest. Ahead, Tonnery. Backside, blocked at the top by Agbeliz. And the Lions are out on the run. Agbeliz gonna pull it back. Smart decision. Time to manage the clock. 93-76. Crestwood ahead. Loke working on Frame. Gonna pull up from just behind the free throw line. Here comes Oren Niles tracing down the left-hand side. In the lane, Maker alone, 2-handed jam. Oren Niles goes for the steal, doesn't come up with it. Crowdis, Shibola, lob to Agbeliz, his 3rd lob and putback of this game. He's got 20 points, 8 boards, and a pair of assists. Frame now dancing with it. Tries to create some separation. Gets Dehaney to jump. Shibola with the rebound. 1:40 left. Shibola over the timeline. Agbeliz and Loke playing a little catch. Loke working into the paint. That's going to be a charge. Maker standing tall. Loke lowers the shoulder. Maker gonna walk in, hand off Tonnery, picked up by Loke, trying to turn the corner. Pulls up from the elbow, that's short, into the hands of Agbelee. Agbelee's now 1 rebound shy of a double-double. Loke's got a double-double, 27 and 10. Shibola gets through some contact, back iron, gets his own rebound. That's knocked loose. That's the last foul to give for Lincoln Prep. .62 seconds left in this game. Baseline out of bounds. Colton Crowdis to trigger. Dehaney's got position. They go back to the timeline. That's an over and back. Brain accepts the inbound pass, gives it right back to Maker. Put the flurry of moves on Dehaney, and Dehaney trying to strip him, gets called for the foul. And since we are in the bonus, upcoming free throws for Maker. First will rattle through. Lane violation. We're going to shoot again. Agbelee's a little jumpy down there, trying to box out Achioso. Doesn't go down. Shibola with another rebound. Shibola working on Maker. Great one-on-one matchup. Loke on the roll with the lob. Misses the putback. Agbelee's is there, stripped. Fighting for it down low. There's a flurry of bodies. Brain ahead. Maker with a toe on the line. He's going to drain a deep two. Full 5 out, 5 in substitution for Coach Tyrone Bramble. Everybody except Agbelee's, that is. AP on the baseline to trigger. Sammy Uraz accepts the inbound pass, picked up by Maker. Brain comes to double. AP has it in the open court. Elevates, blocked at the top by Tonnery. Final few possessions of this game. Looks like Crestwood want to dribble it out, get down to the very final seconds. Tapped out of bounds by Frame. 5 seconds on the shot clock for the next possession for Crestwood. And at this point, we can say the semifinals for the OSBA men's is set. Ridley College will take on Crestwood Prep, and Royal Crown faces Houghton on Saturday, looking to get to Sunday, Championship Sunday, from the Toronto Pan Am Center again. We've got the women's semifinals Saturday along with the men's championship Sunday. $20 for the day pass, $35 for the weekend. Ollie Wilson, no good. Preston Osborne can't get it up before a shot clock violation. Inbound pass, Maker at the timeline, gives it up. One final shot, Tonnery, that's too strong. Crestwood Prep booked their ticket to championship weekend. Maybe that stage burning from Coach Tyrone Bramble actually paid off, but I'll tell you exactly what happened here tonight. It was the Manuk Loke show. 27 points, 10 boards, a pair of assists, and a pair of steals on senior night. That's how you end your regular season on home court. All games will be played on a neutral site moving forward. We appreciate you tuning in on OSBA TV on YouTube. For everybody here from the production team, I'm JJ Evison saying so long, good night, and see you this weekend.